Hi guys, I'm Chris, that's Tyler here for VG Now, and we just got done watching Sony's conference. It was a little bit behind schedule to begin with, and
then it ran over.
Then it ran over after that long Little Big Planet.
That went a little long.
Yeah, it did. They didn't know. The people playing the game didn't know what they were doing. But anyhow, let's just kind of go through what happened kind of in the order. There was a lot of things that were covered. We're not going to mention them all. Destiny, they start out the show with Destiny and not a sizzle reel. Thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was really surprising. I was expecting the sizzle reel to pop on, and I'm like, wait a minute. It's missing something here.
Yeah, and I don't think initially we knew. I mean, we knew it had something to do, on a different planet or something like that. But, I mean, I didn't draw a conclusion to Destiny right away. But anyhow, that's...
No, I was thinking, okay,
it was weird how
this
it
could
started.
This could be Destiny, but then it was like, well, maybe this is something new. But then it ended up being Destiny. Yeah. I'm like, all right, makes sense.
So we got Destiny. They showed the Order 1886, and that, I mean, from what we saw, yeah, it's cool. It really is.
Oh man, the creatures,
yeah, that creature, he kind of transformed into a bigger creature.
It was like a zombie, and then it turned into a werewolf. I don't know. It was cool, and then it could talk too, and it was intelligent, which is really interesting, kind of exciting.
Yeah. No doubt that story's going to be good. Again, like I was talking to Tyler earlier, gameplay-wise, it's still rough around the edge. Definitely. Rough around the edges, definitely. And after that, they showed Bloodborne. There's not a whole lot of games I'm grossed out by, Tyler.
That's one of them.
But I think that was one of them.
It was one of them.
That's fine if that's what they're going for, but as of now, that's probably not a game for me. It was a little too dark, and they nailed the setting.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
No, I was definitely getting a darker vibe through half of these games, because you had the Order where it's okay, it's kind of this normal thing, but there was this darker feel to it. You had Bloodborne, which is as dark as could probably possibly be, and then they threw in Mortal Kombat, which is unnecessarily gory. I guess I don't know if the old game was, and if that's the whole Mortal Kombat kind of side of things. But I'm kind of a person that's gore doesn't really bother me too much, but it's just kind of sometimes it's unneeded.
For Mortal Kombat, I think gore is really just unnecessary, but that's just a personal opinion. I'm not into that series anyway, so yeah, I hope fans like it. So because there definitely is some gore, and they were even showing skulls breaking, stuff with the vertebrae,
That was
just
weird.
Oh my gosh.
But hey, if that's part of the game and that's what people are wanting in that series, then all power to them. It looks like it's done well, but it's not really for me.
Yeah. Kind of midway through, they got Jack's replacement, Sean, out on stage, and he talked for a long time, Tyler, and probably a little too long for my taste. The middle of the show was really boring.
Oh, it was slow, boring. I don't know. They were showing some of the... I don't even know. I'm pretty sure I spaced out part of it.
Honestly, yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot. A big thing that he announced kind of right away when he started up there on stage was the YouTube app. That's been missing from PS4 since launch. I hope it's actually decent. The Xbox One YouTube app, you can confirm it is crappy. It's a pile of junk.
It's the PS3 YouTube app. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's bad. It's I don't know why they wouldn't put some time into making a good
app. You never use it so that's why I don't know. Yeah,
well, I know. If I'm gonna watch something on my Xbox, I'm just gonna pull it up on my phone and stream it through my Xbox onto my TV, and that's the only way to go, because
that's the best way.
And my phone YouTube app isn't even that great.
Yeah. PlayStation Now, the open beta starts July 31st. We didn't get any price structure or anything. I mean, that's still wide open.
Didn't they list off like 6 games that are going to be on this? I mean, they're only going to have these like 6 games, I believe. I thought those 6 games or whatever was on top of what they've already had. Oh yeah, okay.
I don't know. And
you follow it more than I do.
Well, yeah, I'm a PlayStation guy, Tyler.
Exactly.
I'm doing my job. And then they announced PlayStation TV. Now, they released this in Japan, and they called it PlayStation Vita TV because it's essentially a Vita. But now they're shifting focus and just calling it PlayStation TV. And it'll launch in the U.S. for $99. I mean, I think it's cool. I mean, it's not really a big deal, but it's definitely something cool you can have. I can have my PS4 upstairs, have a PlayStation TV down here in the living room, and just stream right to that.
Yeah.
I think that's
idea.
definitely cool.
$100. I mean, price range. I mean, that seems fine.
And people could use that as their own console, and use the PlayStation Now service. And yeah. And, I mean, he just announced some other boring stuff, Sean, in the middle of the press conference. It's stuff that nobody cared about. And then they moved into the TV content that is going to be kind of exclusive for PlayStation. And I don't remember what the stupid cartoon show...
Powers.
Yeah.
Yeah, he talked about that way too long.
That was
you don't
10
have
minutes.
You don't have anything to show. You're just talking about it and then showing us a couple like pictures. It's like, move on. We don't really care if you don't have anything to show us. And then Ratchet and Clank movie?
Yeah, then they showed the Ratchet and Clank movie.
All right, fine.
Whatever.
Move on.
Yeah, move on. So we will. The Last of Us will come out July 29th. So I believe this is kind of starting to pick up the pace now. I think I believe they showed that Metal Gear Solid 5 trailer that was leaked last night.
Yeah, they showed it right after the TV stuff, and then it picked up right after that.
And then they announced The Last of Us is coming out on July 29th on PS4. And then they announced that Grand Theft Auto 5 is coming to the PS4 this fall. No mentions of the Xbox One.
But they also didn't say exclusive, so if they had it exclusively, they would plaster exclusively on PS4 there to kind of rub it in Microsoft's face kind of deal. Since they didn't, my guess is both next-gen consoles, Rockstar is like, install base. And so, but, it looks just like the other game.
Yeah,
visually, you can't really improve that game this past year.
The thing is, people are saying, yeah, well, it looks better. It's like, no, it really doesn't.
It's just like The Last of Us.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't really improve something within that time frame to just go to the next console. It's like, even if you did, it might just play smoother, and maybe little tiny details here and there might look a little better or frame rates better. But overall, they look pretty much like the same game. By
the way, I was really upset with the Last of Us trailer. They had a Last of Us PS4 trailer that they kind of showed at the press conference. And it does reveal some stuff that, yes, it's some of this stuff you find out early in the game, but it ruins it. And it
ruins the moment. Yeah.
I totally.
And the fact that you'd put a video, post it in your Sony press conference, and actually somebody felt the need that they had to put this trailer contains spoilers. I'm like, no, then you made the trailer wrong. Yeah. You don't need to reveal spoilers. It's like, why in the world would you do that?
Why do people...
This game's been out a year, and I haven't seen a trailer that gives away what this could potentially give away to somebody. And it's like, come on.
I didn't like that trailer. I thought it did reveal too much. And, yeah, it's a picky thing, but for people that haven't played the game, part of it's ruined. So, You got that. In multiple places. There's one spot they were in halfway through. Let's see. Oh, another thing on Grand Theft Auto 5, you can bring over, so whatever you've done online, you can transfer that over to PS4, even on your 360. So if you had an Xbox 360, you own a PS4 now, you can upload your online information and I guess sync it with this new game or whatever. And
I don't know. That's weird. Okay,
yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah, that's what they said. Now that, and like I said,
they still didn't talk about Xbox
acted
One.
like Xbox One wasn't even around, but I guarantee you that'll release on Xbox One at the same time too.
If not, I would be extremely shocked, and I would be shocked that they didn't say that it was exclusive here. So
yeah, and then Andrew House says we have one more thing, and it was not The Last Guardian, but it was Uncharted. And they are calling it Uncharted 4: A Thief's End. And early speculation is that this will be the final Uncharted game. Yeah, I'm not ready for that series to go yet. No matter what happens in this fourth game. So that's, for me, it was a sour moment to a pretty, disappointing conference. I mean, don't get me wrong. They started out bang, bang, bang. I mean, they really did. We had no idea about Little Big Planet 3.
Oh, no. Yeah.
And, also No Man's Sky.
That looks really interesting.
They revealed that will make its console debut on the PS4. So Xbox One, I guess, getting that title later. But that is definitely cool. And some more information about that game, No Man's Sky. Every player starts out on a different planet. So think about that one. Say if 1 million people bought that game, there are at least 1 million different planets out there. That is just
this
bizarre.
is coming from a small indie developer, a tiny indie developer, and it's like, oh yeah, we're creating like an infinite universe. It's like,
that's unbelievable.
Wow. And just like the concept, the idea behind it, like you can get into a spaceship, fly out of the atmosphere, go in outer space, and then fly to another planet just seamlessly. I would love to see that in like a Mass Effect game or even like a Halo game or something. Like, to be able to do something like that, that would be great. I would love that.
People talk about exploring an open world. That game sets a definition for what exploration truly is. Yeah.
One thing I don't think we mentioned, Batman Arkham Knight.
Oh my gosh, I don't even
was
have it
mentioned
down.
towards the end.
That was after Grand Theft Auto 5. Thank you for saying something about that. Yes, that was insane.
Oh,
that game looks insane.
Looks great.
Unbelievable. Get to drive around in the Batmobile.
Blow stuff up, run stuff over.
Oh my gosh. You just gotta watch that. Probably 3-minute gameplay video that they showed us.
Oh yeah, probably.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. And it looks gorgeous. Yep. And Scarecrow is really, really scary.
Oh yeah. I'm like,
that guy's creepy.
Well done.
Yeah.
It looks like they're putting their effort into this game.
It's gonna be a hell of an end to what's already been an awesome series. One more thing about Uncharted 4, they kind of got Drake and Sully talking in the background, and they're kind of like, Drake's kind of like, what do you say, one more time? And Sully's like, sure. So you're just kind of getting this feeling, and, they kind of did this with Uncharted 3, and they kind of hinted, in the trailers and in the game that, Sully's getting old. I don't know. Could it be the end of Sully? I mean, yeah, we're definitely looking into this. We saw one bit of gameplay, which we haven't even talked about. When that started.
Oh my gosh.
When that started, that gameplay clip.
My reaction was, damn.
Damn.
I mean, it looked like a real person.
I didn't know that was. I did not know. I'm an Uncharted fan, and I didn't think that was Drake. I mean, it took me a while to figure out, hey, that's Drake, like when he's picking himself up, because it's like his character model looks so much more realistic than the last game.
Beautiful. And like just
literally does look like a real person.
And
there's no doubt in my mind.
Seeing that just really like excites you about like what games are going to be like from here on out with these next gen consoles. It's just phenomenal.
Unbelievable. Definitely. But yeah, I'm excited for Uncharted 4, but as you can tell, I'm just kind of I'm hoping
worried.
I am worried. I'm worried that they do want to end this and move on with something else, because
but you never know. It might be
Naughty Dog has a model, and usually they don't make it to 4. So I don't know.
Yeah. And seeing as the 3 main people are no longer with them, they probably were like, we could just like not make one, but we've already announced we were making one, so we kind of have to, like, maybe they're stuck into forcing it. So then, I mean, yeah, they could easily end it. Or they'll be like, hey, we're going to make this story more than one game long, like this journey kind of thing that they're the one more time deal. You never know.
My only worry that I have already right from the bat, it seems like this Uncharted is going dark in a big way. And
like most Sony games now.
Well, yeah. The whole conference,
it just
there was a lot of gore.
Had a dark, gory tone.
There was no way Assassin's
games.
Creed is going to be shown on that stage.
Oh,
tonight.
no. If it was, I'd be impressed if it was.
Yeah.
The little cartoon games have more blood than Assassin's Creed does.
But no, they're going with a darker tone in that game, and I just hope that the kind of the president, of Naughty Dog didn't want them to go in a darker way, and Amy's like, no, that's not what this series is about. You just start thinking, as an Uncharted fan, you start thinking about that. Amy pioneered that series, and now seeing the trailer, seeing how dark it is, well, that's really not what the first 3 games are about.
Right.
There is a moment in Uncharted 3, but really it's not. It's that action adventure movie. And if they do go with a darker tone with this, trust me, it'll work. It'll work for me. I don't know if some people will be completely happy with it or whatever, but you just wonder, with all that controversy, if that's the direction they wanted to go. They wanted to take a darker approach. Amy said, I didn't. I don't want to do that. And that's where they had their disagreement. That's where she had to leave. And folks, we will leave you with that. So we've covered all the conferences so far at E3. Nintendo's is tomorrow. Hopefully it'll rain so Tyler can help me with that. Yeah.
So,
but anyhow, we'll also have another video that kind of
has some highlights.
Yeah, kind of showcases what we thought was best overall. Who won as far as the console manufacturers, and who won as far as the software heads. So, stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching.